Hi, everyone. Welcome. And we're really excited to have you join us today for really quite a big moment here at Guidebook, the launch of our brand new registration product. So let us know in the chat where you're joining us from. We always love to hear who is here on the webinar with us. And we like to hear from you throughout. So if you have questions, use the Q&A feature, or you can pop them in the chat as well. It's been really great to see so many people sign up for today's session, both from our current guidebook customer base and those who might be interacting with us for the first time. So we appreciate you all giving up some time today to join us. If you have been with us for a while, you know we're all about making event planning smoother, smarter, and more engaging, and placing mobile at the very heart of that. And today, we're quite amped up. We're sharing how we're going to be taking that much further with our latest releases here at Guidebook. Now, I do just want to say at the top, what we're talking about today is V1. And we'll get into a little bit more about what V1 is, what V2, and all the other exciting stuff that's coming. So just wanted to share that with you to set some expectations. So who are you hearing from today? So I'm Nathan. I'm the community manager here at Guidebook, and I'm actually a former Guidebook customer myself, one who would have loved to have this release. I think it would have been about 10 years ago when I was a first Guidebook customer, but I've been working in the event industries for over 13 years now, and I have a lot of experience in conferences, trade shows, and events of all sizes and shapes. So what I do understand is the importance of technology, its performance, its reliability, and its usability. I've used the platform myself over a lot of events globally across multiple companies. And also throughout that time, I worked with a lot of registration tools. So when I say I'm excited about this launch, I do truly mean it. I know firsthand the challenges that come with event registration. And I can't wait to show you how Guidebook is really going about solving some of those problems. We're also going to be hearing today from both our presidents. We have Pete and Stuart joining us. And I'm also excited that we've got our senior product manager, Golnar, who's going to be taking us through the live demo a bit later. So before we jump in, what we're going through today, a little bit of a background, bit of industry overview, the kind of sort of story of our evolution, how we got here. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to get into the product roadmap and a product demonstration. So if anything does spark your curiosity along the way, please do drop your questions in. We're going to have a good amount of time to take those at the end. So we really do want to hear from you. So I wanted to share a little bit about the industry. It's an important time in the event world. The industry is evolving at rapid rates. And when we look at these data points here, it just shows you how the contributions of all of you here today, but also everyone working in the industry, has really supported quite a significant bounce back from what has been a really challenging time over the last 5 years. And I genuinely believe, events now are only going to keep going from strength to strength, right? Their importance will continue to grow as we live in a more remote, digital, slightly fragmented world, because events are where we build trust. It's where we make genuine connections, and that is only going to become more significant as time goes on. So where are we? The event industry has experienced remarkable growth. Projections sort of indicate that we're going from a $1.2 billion industry in 2024 to a $1.35 billion industry in 2025. So that's significant growth. And for me, more excitingly, event planners are the sixth fastest growing job in LinkedIn. But with that, the industry is facing more challenges. Costs have been rising, margins are getting tighter, and a lot of technology can either be antiquated or complicated. And that just underscores the increasing demand for seamless, efficient event management solutions. So as the market calls for some consolidation, in essence, the event industry continues its upward trajectory. Our commitment here at Guidebook is to equip professionals with the tools they need to navigate that growth effectively and efficiently. And that is why Guidebook is evolving. And with that, I'm excited to hand over to our co-president, Stuart Price, who's going to share a little bit more on that.
Thanks, Nathan. Can you get chat turned on, Nathan, as well, where it seems like not everybody's able to post into here. But yeah, anyway, thanks for that intro. I'm really excited to be speaking with you all today. as Nathan says, Guidebook registration is a huge moment for our company. We're super excited. After 14 years, we've evolved from being a mobile app building platform to being an event management software. It's a big moment. And I wanted to spend a few minutes on how we got here and also how I view the events industry today in 2025. Firstly, our customers have asked for us to build registration for many, many years. And for the longest time, we have resisted. We resisted because we felt like everyone that was doing registration was treating mobile as a bolt-on to their reg software. And we just felt like there were no other mobile-first companies really putting the attendee experience at the center of what they do. Our opinion was, and still is, that mobile and the attendee experience were too important to sideline in that way. So we've kept chipping away, building and refining what I truly believe is the best app building platform in the industry. As well as providing a great experience for attendees, we've also chosen to focus on reducing stress for organizers. Things like handling last minute changes, managing printing costs and sustainability concerns, amplifying attendee and sponsor engagement, and helping our customers to finally stop answering the same questions over and over again. And as it stands today, I believe that registration software is really a commodity in our industry. There are hundreds of options out there, and they all pretty much do the same things. Right. So our stance for the longest time was that we're going to hold down mobile and we're going to play nicely with all other technologies. And that's why we built out of the box integrations with softwares like Eventbrite and Cvent and Splash and Eventry, and have supported many, many more through our completely open and free to use API. However, unfortunately, I think it is clear to everybody else that other companies are not really playing very nicely in the industry today. We've seen many times where Guidebook customers have been asked to pay another technology company sometimes thousands of dollars to make an integration work, even when we've done all the hard work building it. It's unfair, and we disagree with that approach. In a perfect world, we really believe that all event tech companies should focus on what they're great at and make it super easy to integrate with other complementary tools to make your lives easier and help you do more with less. We believe that a healthy industry is made up of specialists and not monopolies. But sadly, that's not really the way that things seem to be heading in 2025. And Nathan talked earlier about the need for companies to consolidate their tech stack to help reduce costs and efficiency. And I think today there is a lot of pressure, and everyone wants to find those all-in-one tools. But I just don't believe that they can ever really exist in this space. Events are too complex. They're too different to each other for any one company to do it all. And in my opinion, tools that claim to be all-in-one are absolutely going to disappoint in certain areas. But we know that organizers are being asked to do more with less every single year. And we couldn't ignore the call from our customers and potential new customers for us to build registration any longer. So with all that being said, you can see it was a bit of a difficult decision for us to finally make that step to becoming an event management software. But I can assure you, we are now fully committed to that, and we are full of energy for it. We still do believe in specialism, and Guidebook specialism is going to remain mobile, right? We do it better than anybody else, and we have no intention of letting that slip. But through building Guidebook registration alongside our product advisory board, which was made up of almost 150 people from associations, education, professional event planners, agencies, and more, we know that event marketing, registration, and the on-site experience needs to be streamlined for both organizers and attendees. And we need and want to help our customers to save money and time. So from the outset, our goal was really simple. We wanted to build something by the industry for the industry, not just to extract money from the industry. Today, we're going to show you V1, registration for free events. And soon we'll be showing you V2, registration for paid events. And even before that, we'll be launching Guidebook badges into the world too. Registration, mobile communication and engagement, and physical badging, with the Guidebook ID QR code that can be used to check people into your event, check them into specific sessions, support networking. This is a really exciting progression of our mobile app building platform that many of you, will know and love today. So you won't hear Guidebook claiming that we can do everything or describing ourselves as an all-in-one solution. But absolutely, our goal is to support event organizers from start to finish or end to end as much as we possibly can. We are completely committed to making anyone who's managing events life easier and helping them to save money. And we know that events come in all different shapes and sizes: conferences, trade shows, annual association events, university events like orientation or open houses or corporate training, and a whole lot more. And we're really proud to support all of those use cases with Guidebook. At its core, we believe that Guidebook helps people like you to bring people together. And I really believe in today's quite fractured and polarized world that events are more important now than ever before. Events are experiences, events are magical, right? They have the power to bring people together, build connections, break down barriers, and change minds. And I think if we all agree that an event is an experience, well, then our central argument here at Guidebook is that mobile technology should sit at the heart of planning and software choices because it can have the biggest positive impact on the person's experience. So in summary, that is our thesis, right? And that is why we're launching Guidebook registration now. We don't want anyone to compromise on mobile anymore. And with Guidebook, you can now have a really reliable, strong registration software that integrates seamlessly at no cost with our world-class mobile app, saving you money, time, and hopefully a lot of headaches. And our commitment today is to keep building and becoming more of an end-to-end software, and to keep focusing on supporting the best events experience possible for both attendees and organizers. Thank you. Now over to you, Pete.
Thanks, Stuart. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining the webinar today. We really appreciate all of you taking the time to learn more about Guidebook. I've really been enjoying watching the chat, seeing where everyone's from, and people are really all over. Really appreciate you sitting in with us today. I'm going to be speaking about Guidebook's transition from a mobile-first offering to an event management platform. Guidebook was launched back in 2011 with the simple premise that a mobile app should replace paper at an event. Our singular focus at the time was to build the best mobile app for the industry. This is an area where we've been successful for quite a long time. Guidebook's mission has been to provide an easy-to-use content management system for populating an event app, plus a great experience for attendees using that app. I can't possibly go over all the different ways that we've expanded the platform, but I would like to highlight several areas. If you ever want to deep dive into any of Guidebook's capabilities, I encourage you to reach out to your account manager or sales representative or to our award-winning support team. Our team members would be really happy to discuss any aspect of your use case and how we can apply specific parts of our platform to address your requirements. With so many different capabilities in the Guidebook platform, there are often multiple ways to solve a given challenge. Our team is standing by to assist you with building the best experience possible for you and your end users. Okay, so back to the evolution of the platform. Guidebook has focused for many years on building a content management system that addresses the full spectrum of your needs. This runs all the way from a simple drag and drop interface for adding content to an advanced API for programmatically controlling all aspects of your guide. We tried to make it easy to get content into the system with our import tools, integration with third parties like Eventbrite, Marketo, and many others that Stuart mentioned. You can even set up a live data import using something like a Google Sheet with our Zapier integration, giving you a lot of flexibility about how you use the system. We offer advanced tools for segmenting your users into groups with the ability to gate content, to restrict access to specific audiences. Your guide can be set up to deliver different info to different audiences, but you can also keep common information available to everyone. We just try to build a lot of flexibility into the system. You can create personalized schedules for individual attendees or groups of attendees. Guidebook also offers extensive push notification capabilities to allow you to communicate with your end users. And speaking of end users, Guidebook has invested quite a lot over the years in the event app experience. This is what we have meant when we've said we're a mobile-first company. For us, a successful event is all about user engagement, which is driven by the mobile app, but then leading to an in-person interaction. And we have built gamification and audience management engagement features like a leaderboard, QR code scavenger hunts, and live polls. We offer AI-powered networking features to allow event attendees to connect and set up time to meet with each other, which we believe is just really a key attraction these days of in-person events and is a driving force for them. Guidebook also offers advanced forms to allow you to survey your audience or administer quizzes in the case of something like continuing education. All of the above is only a very small sampling of the capabilities and features of the platform. The mobile experience remains essential to our vision about the future of events. However, we know that our clients need to do more than just focus on the on-site experience. They need to market an event and get attendees to register for it. They need to check in a user to an event, identify them with a badge. They need to enable exhibitors and sponsors to connect with attendees and track who they meet with. Guidebook is expanding our offerings to encompass all of these capabilities and allow you to accomplish all of this within a single platform. This week, we released free registration, which is the ability to have a user register for a free event and then show up as an attendee in your guide. This release really lays the groundwork for paid registration, which is coming soon. With this next release, users will be able to purchase a ticket for your event. Guidebook will provide additional capabilities like advanced registration questionnaires, hidden tickets for groups like sponsors or speakers, and discount codes and ticket add-ons. Guidebook will also be offering the ability to print badges in advance of your event. We've heard a lot about this from our clients, and this is something that will include both DIY printing and professionally printed badges and lanyards. These badges will include the Guidebook QR code, which allows you to scan attendees to check them into an event or a session, and will do so much more. In a future release, we will be building on our badges to offer paid lead capture capabilities, leveraging this Guidebook QR code. Exhibitors or sponsors will be able to scan an attendee's badge to track them as a lead. We're going to be enabling this through a mobile app, so no more need for renting clunky hardware and having a limited number of scanners in an exhibitor's booth. All of these future capabilities will live within Builder, our content management system, and the branded mobile app your attendees are already using. We're very excited to be moving the Guidebook platform towards a more end-to-end capability while keeping things always simple and intuitive for you and your attendees. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for listening. Now I'm going to hand it off to Gulnar, our Senior Product Manager, to talk more about free registration.
Thanks, Pete. Before I get my screen share going, I wanted to chat a little bit about the planning and development of registration, right? How did we get here? I'm super excited about it. And as Nathan, Stuart, and Pete have all mentioned, we've evolved and grown over the years. And throughout that evolution, our work is informed by the industry in service of the industry. So I want to take a moment and say thank you to our product advisory board members and all of the partners that have helped inform planning and development by asking questions in these community events, surfacing feedback through your account managers, and just reaching out to us, just like letting us know what you're trying to accomplish and how Guidebook can help meet those needs. So thank you so much for your role in getting us where we are. And out of those conversations, kind of three perspectives emerged that have been our focal point for Basic Reg, where we are today. And that first one is, when I'm organizing an event, I need to track signups or RSVPs so I can manage event logistics, right? You need to know how many people are coming and who are they, so you can plan accordingly. The second one is when I'm promoting my event, I need marketing tools, registration, my event app experience, all those things to integrate so I can optimize my processes, right? We really understand the need to be efficient throughout the event management lifecycle. Then the third perspective that we really focused on was the event attendees' point of view. When I'm trying to register, I want a really simple process that helps me secure my spot with confidence and trust. And kind of the flip side of that for y'all as event organizers, you want the decision to attend your event to be a positive experience as an extension of your brand, right? That event experience starts so much earlier than the real day one. There is a kind of a fourth perspective that I think some of you are asking about, which is I'm an event organizer and I need to collect payments, right? When are we going to have paid ticketing? Today, we are focusing on the launch of our first iteration supporting free events, and we are actively working on paid ticketing, the discounts, other enhancements that Pete mentioned, and that's coming soon. Don't have a date for you just yet. For now, let's dive into Guidebook Builder. Let's get this demo going, and I'll show you what Guidebook registration looks like. All right, let's get the screen share going. Could I get some thumbs up if y'all can see an event dashboard? Awesome, thank you. My walkthrough today will have 3 parts. Just to give you a heads up, I'll kind of pause throughout so you can throw your questions at us. But let's start with the event dashboard. With your event dashboard, you can choose which of our solutions you'd like to deploy in whatever combination. And I'll touch more on integrations a little bit later, but let's get into registration. Registration management is simple. If you are already a guide builder or you have already designed your event marketing website with us, this interface will be very familiar to you. Basically, you have action items on the left, a preview will populate in the middle, and on the right, you see the published status and kind of your to-do items for your reg page. So we need to add a ticket. So we'll click add. And then I can edit this ticket. We'll give it a name and we'll give it a description. Just going to copy and paste so you don't have to watch me misspell things. And out here, my preview is already populated. I've got a ticket. We're well on our way. Let me hop back into the ticket configuration. The next thing we need to do is figure out our ticket availability. When are these tickets going on sale? Let's get them on sale now so we can see what that reg page will look like. And let's say we have a month-long reg time period. We'll also be able to choose how many tickets are available. If you have unlimited space, great, you can leave it blank. But if you only have space for 250 people, you can limit those tickets. You can also limit how many are available per order. And I'll just drop that down to 4. And we'll click save. The next step is the registration form. We understand how valuable it is to collect this attendee data. So first name, last name, and email are required. And that's really the gold, right, for registration. Who's coming? You can add additional free response questions in this form if you would like. So let's ask about some dietary restrictions. And I can make this optional or required. We'll leave it optional. Last thing for this ticket configuration is customizing the confirmation message. This confirmation message will appear in the email that each registrant receives. And I just want to emphasize that because that email is their ticket, right? That confirmation email is their ticket. And you can put in a welcome message. You can put in some next steps, whatever you want them to know at that point. Let's click save and hop back out one more time to the main reg space. You'll notice that one of our to-do items is done. We've configured a ticket. Took us a couple minutes. The next thing we need to do is provide our event details. I can click on my to-do item here, or I can click on event details on the left. Again, just gotta fill out some of these fields, tell me the event name, the location, dates, and so on. We'll have this happen over in San Francisco. I thought I had some description text. I'll just use this one again, just so you can see how it shows up. Our event dates, and then we need a contact email, so I'll put my information in here. Again, super quick, this is information you probably already have, depending on where you are in your event planning. And I'm ready to publish my updates. I'll click this button, and my reg page is live. That's all it took, super quick, super easy. Again, this is our first iteration supporting one free ticket type. I'm gonna grab a sip of water, so if you have any questions, please drop those in chat real quick. All right, that was the first part of our walkthrough. For the second part, we are going to take a peek from the attendees perspective. What does my reg page look like, and what's it like to actually complete registration? So let's grab this URL and open that in a new tab. Something I didn't mention earlier, you can customize this page. You can choose your branding colors. So if you don't want Guidebook blue, you can switch up the background and the font and get this accent color. But here's what we've got for now. All that information we provided in the event details shows up here. And then again, those details about the ticket will show up on this page as well. Let's just do one registration form for now. A couple things to call out on this page. There will be a registration form per ticket, and we'd love to know who is our purchaser. When we get to paid ticketing, this will be kind of like your bill to contact. But even with version 1, I might be registering on behalf of my colleagues who are going to this conference. So we just want to know who is the purchaser in case we need to get in touch with them. So let's fill this out. And we can make this really simple and just say, I'm the one going. So it'll autofill those fields. And there's my optional question. Before I place my order, I want to call out there is a timer on this page. So these tickets are reserved until you complete the transaction. You can extend the timer. You can also let it lapse and you'll be kicked back to that first screen and those tickets are returned to the pile. All right, let's place that order. Amazing. I've just registered for the Future Tech Summit. Thank you, ChatGPT, for this fake event. So what happens when I click that button? That confirmation email with your custom message has now been sent to the registrant. The purchaser will also get a receipt for $0 with this first iteration, but they will also get a receipt. I want to move back into Builder, this way, and show you where that registration data appears for the event organizer. So in the bottom left, we have orders. There should be one. I can view, cancel, export order data. You can also view and edit registrations, specific registrations per person. And I'll pull up this ticket view. I do want to call out that as the event organizer, you have the power to modify a registrant's form on their behalf if needed. So maybe there's a typo or I forgot I'm allergic to shrimp or something like that. I can make changes here and then resend confirmation, and that registrant will get an updated ticket in their inbox. All right, that is the second part of the walkthrough that I wanted to cover. Let me get some more water. I feel my voice going already. Keep those questions coming. We really appreciate it. All right, third and final piece of the walkthrough today. In addition to orders and registration data itself, I wanted to show you a couple more pieces of information that we are collecting and making available to you. So we'll go back to our event dashboard, and I'm going to scroll down to metrics. There is a new tab here for registration. So this will give you an idea of traffic to your reg page and an at-a-glance view of your registration activity. I think there's just like a slight delay between that reg data coming up and the number of registrants by ticket type popping up. But we can see again, an at-a-glance view of how effective is your marketing? Are you driving traffic? Are you getting those activations and converting potential attendees to committed registrants? While I'm out here on the event dashboard, I mentioned integrations earlier. Let's take a look at the way Guidebook's products talk to each other at those different stages of the event management lifecycle. With our free event marketing website, you can create this eye-catching and informative page to capture the attention of potential attendees. And registration can integrate with this event marketing website. I can choose what this call to action button will point to, and you can have it talk to Guidebook Reg for you. So simple, seamless way for those potential attendees to become committed registrants. And I'll just show you what this looks like, right? So as they're learning about the event, figuring out if they want to go, we've got this kind of floating CTA that follows them around, encouraging them to register. Let's hop back to dashboard. After you've started promoting your event, you've got your event marketing website, you have your registration website, you're capturing those people, you can start nurturing your communities with a Guidebook's mobile app offering. So build and publish a guide so your attendees get up-to-date information, receive notifications, and they can start networking with each other, again, on their mobile devices. So here's where you edit that guide, build that mobile app offering. But the registration tie-in is here in audience management. The people who register will be added as users for your guide. And then you can choose to send invitations through Builder. You can choose to trigger these invite emails that will get them onboarded into the app. And again, they'll start engaging with your brand and with one another, kind of as the app serves as an extension of the event experience. This doesn't look great because I used an example email, but just pretend it's a real person with a real email. And hopefully you have hundreds of folks registering and populating this users list. All right, that's everything. That's our walkthrough today. By unifying promotion, registration, and app onboarding in the Guidebook ecosystem, we hope to help you remove hurdles, accelerate attendee engagement, and nurture event success. And I will stop sharing my screen here and I'll hand it back to Nathan for questions. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Gona. Thank you. We're getting a lot of good questions coming in. So we will try and get through as many as we can. And I'll just invite Stuart, Gona, and Pete to all come off the mic and take whichever questions they feel they want to. Kylie, I've just seen your comment. I just want to kind of say, yeah, we can share the marketing website that Golnar showed, so we can share that. And this whole session will be available on demand, so people can go back and, yeah, check out the bits that they want to relive. So first question that I just want to kind of open up with is, our events offer two different visitor types, visitors and members. Does your software have a conditional logic where we can ask different questions depending on what type they select?
I feel this one because I've talked with a few folks about this question. Thank you for your question, by the way. I appreciate it. Currently, our forms solution is free response question types. We don't have conditional logic or branching questions currently. We're hearing about this a lot, so I'm hoping that we can get this on roadmap. What I would recommend is having two ticket types because each ticket type has its own form. So you go in and say, okay, I'm a visitor, I get these questions. Okay, I want a member ticket, I have these questions. And that'll come in iteration 2, being able to have multiple ticket types. So that's where we are right now, but we hear you that is a need that you're looking for.
Yeah, we definitely got a few questions around customization. Just a couple others that I think we should point to is just around can people add fields? So things like titles, team names, having that level of customization. Can people do that?
Just to make sure I understand the question, is it
People
you
want to
want,
add fields to
go ahead.
the ticket information. So
Yeah, you can have whatever forms form fields you want. You can ask for that information. And something that we are hearing about is whether the form data will build your profile. And that's something that, again, we love hearing these suggestions and kind of what you're looking for that we can add on after this first iteration.
amazing. And also there was one as well that I think, just to kind of finish up on the kind of customization film, on the customization section, just around one-time ticket links. Is that something that is available or will be available? So sending out like a one-time ticket link to, their members or attendees.
I will think more on this. I don't have an answer for this question right now. The registration website is a whole URL that'll be available for folks for that time period that you set. So you could have it turn off at a certain time, but I'll think more on kind of how we can do individual links that are limited in that way.
Yeah, Nathan, I just noticed a couple of questions come in, which I think are good to address as well. I see a question from Angie. Is this something we can start to use? Yes, it is. If you log into Guidebook Builder, you will be able to see this or sign up for an account. Free registration for free events is completely free of charge, available to everybody. Guidebook Mobile customers or not, it's available. It's there for you to use. I talked earlier about the importance of events, right? I really do believe that events are more important today than ever before to bring people together, to change minds, to have many benefits. And so this is us really kind of walking the walk on that with free registration. I saw other questions about paid registration and whether we'll be taking a percentage. For paid tickets, we will be taking a small percentage, as is standard in the industry, but we will have preferential pricing for Guidebook customers. More on that to come. But yeah, wanted to just hit those two as I saw them pop up.
Yeah, I think that's good. And another one on pricing that I think has come up is just around currency. People asking, they're organizing a global event. Can ticket buyers choose their payment currency, or is that set?
I can take that. Or Golnar, do you want to take that?
Oh, I can, just for the first part from the functionality side, it is set by the event organizer. I don't know, Stuart, Pete, you want to talk more about the business logic behind that?
Well, as it stands today, we have offices in the US and the UK, and so that's why we're going to support those currencies out of the gate. But I'm in the UK and I've bought tickets to a US event in the past, and bought them through Stripe, and the currency is converted at the point of sale. So it's definitely not something that we're not rolling it out. We could look if the demand from customers is that they want to be able to sell in euros and other currencies. We, as I said earlier, our whole intention here was to build something for the industry by the industry, and we really want to listen to feedback and keep iterating the product.
Yeah, and then we'll let the event organizer choose the currency that's shown with the ticket, the denomination of it, but we can settle in any currency, and we are using Stripe as our payments backbone. You'll be able to connect a bank account of your own that settles in whatever currency denomination you want ultimately. So I think we should have some good flexibility on that, and appreciate the question, and we'll kind of deep dive on our side and see what more we can enable there.
We just had another question. We'll take a couple more and then we can wrap up. But Julie just asked, can we require an already existing user to register for a free ticket. We only want existing users, participants who we have uploaded to be able to register for a free ticket to an event within our paid event.
This is an interesting challenge of validating registrants, like validating who is allowed to access a certain page or who's allowed to move forward in the registration process. Currently, we don't have, with our first iteration, we don't have logic that's checking against your members or other like list of people. We'll think more on that. And if you want to like send us an email follow-up or with your account manager, like give us some more detail about kind of your event setup and what you're looking for that to, like what would that be an integration? Like what would you want it to do? We'll definitely think more on that.
Yeah, and we will certainly have hidden ticket types that aren't available from the main page in V2 I'm talking about. And so if you do want to direct a set of users, maybe you have your sponsors that you want to give a discounted ticket or a free ticket to, you can direct them directly to that, and other users won't be able to see that from the main location. There was also a question about if you already have an event website built on a different platform, would that marketing website continue to exist? Guidebook does have an offering that we call event marketing websites that you can set up a fairly basic website to drive users to. You do not have to use that option. We're going to give you an entry into your ticket purchase path or the RSVP for free tickets. We'll give you a direct entry into that. We know many organizers have a website they've used for many years that they evolve over time. That's a 365 website. You'll be able to link directly from that website to the purchase location on Guidebook side to facilitate those transactions. So we encourage you to continue using your current website and then just link directly to us for ticket purchases, the same way you might do with an Eventbrite or any of the other myriad of ticket purchase options out there.
Amazing. Well, I think with that, we can firstly thank everyone for joining us today. And also, I have realized how much sun is coming on my face, but I do live in the northwest of England when we don't get loads of it. So although it's a bit frustrating for this webinar, I just wanted to say I'm actually enjoying the sun beaming on my face in this awkward moment. But we will be sending out the on-demand recording later this week. And if you do have any questions, that email will be coming from myself. Please reply, let us know more questions you have or any comments or anything else you'd love to know, and we'll be in touch. But we really do appreciate you all joining us today. Thank you to Stuart, Pete, and Golnar for walking us through this. We hope you have a great rest of your day and week. And like I said, I'll be in touch and we hope to speak with you soon. Thank you very much.